Anambra State Attorney General Dr. Okoli tasked Directors of Account on delegation of duties to enhance productivity. Anambra government threatens to prosecute land encroachers. On national matters, tougher days ahead for Nigerians as national debt hits 46 trillion naira. On the foreign scene, civil servants in South Africa accept new pay deal, end month-long industrial action. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Welcome to the news. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. The Accountant General of Anambra State, Dr. Chukwudi Okoli, has charged directors of accounts in various ministries, departments and agencies to embrace the art of delegating responsibilities to their subordinates to enhance productivity and achieve the vision of Governor Chukwuma Soludo for Anambra State. Dr. Okoli made the call during a training program organized by his office for directors and deputy directors of accounts in MDAs held at Jerome Udoji Secretariat Complex, Oka. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modelemu report.
Dr. Okoli explained that the program was designed to update them on how they could key into the blueprint of Governor Soludo. He noted that if officers that control government expenditure has a good knowledge of their jobs, government will progress unhindered, and urged the participants to imbibe the culture of delegating authority to their staff and supervising the works assigned to them, as it encourages performance of a given task to achieve a desirable outcome.
So what we have taught them today is how their work can add value and how their work can support the vision of Mr. Governor to push Anambra State forward.
In his presentation, a resource person, Mr. Obinna Onwuka, who spoke on the act of delegation and supervision, emphasized that delegation of authority to staff enables them to have adequate knowledge of everything in their department, add value to the system, and help government to get maximum value from each staff in government agencies. Mr. Onwuka explained that delegation of authority to staff and effective supervision of the works assigned to them by their principals assist them in their growth and development, builds trust and confidence, as well as encourages efficient service delivery.
Delegation of work will help in many areas. First of all, it will help all staffs to get adequate knowledge. And also, when the head is not there, somebody can easily replace the head. So this is why delegation is so important.
On his part, the head of Financial Management Branch, Office of the Accountant General, Mr. Sylvester Atoba, urged the directors to always supervise the jobs they assign to their subordinates adequately to achieve the expected results, even as he charged them to implement what has been impacted on them in their various ministries for optimal performance. In Oka, Chukwemeka Modelem, ABS News.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Water Resources Management Office and Urban Water Supply Asset Holding Corporation, Honorable Ikobi Ejiofor, has warned encroachers into the land of public water facilities in Onitsha to desist or face the full wrath of the law. Honorable Ejiofor gave the warning when he embarked on a facility tour at the Greater Onitsha Water Scheme Head Work and Water Board Government House, GRA Onitsha, in company of some staff of the corporation and members of Anambra State Planning or Fiscal Planning Board. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata completes the story.
The tour was for the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the corporation to inspect condition of the facilities and identify areas of intervention, as the state government has initiated programs to partner with investors to rehabilitate, operate and manage the water schemes. Speaking after inspecting the facility, Honorable Ejiofor observed that some people have encroached on the land indiscriminately, as vandals have destroyed some of the key equipment in the water facilities. He expressed worry on the present condition of the water schemes, especially at Nkisi Headworks and GRA Onitsha, as a result of lack of proper management over the years and the activities of encroachers who found their way into the premises. Honorable Ejiofor called on the relevant ministries, agencies and stakeholders in the state to join hands with him to stop the encroachers and put the activities to hold in order to rehabilitate the water schemes for the benefit of the people of the state. He maintained that one of the key key agenda of the present administration is to provide potable water to Anambra, and added that the Greater Onitsha Water Scheme, when efficiently utilized and revitalized, will serve 500,000 people in Onitsha and environs. He urged the Ministry of Land to re-authenticate the land of the Water Corporation, adding that the Physical Planning Board will remove illegal structures that are not approved by the government, which will serve as deterrent to other encroachers.
Make sure that if you see something, you say something. Inform the government of the activity, and those who have decided to be invading in the land of the government should desist from it, because the law will take its course. So the Ministry of Lands will come back and re-authenticate the land of the Water Corporation. The physical planning will do their work to demolish and stop any activity that is not properly approved by the government. The objective of His Excellency to provide water for Onitsha will come to reality.
Urging Anambra to say something whenever they see something going wrong, Honorable Ejiofor stated that the present administration is concerned about the plight of the masses and would continue to provide conducive environment for them and investors. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
The leader of Fulani community in Anambra State, Alhaji Gidado Sadiq, has said that under Governor Chukwuma Soludo, his Fulani community has benefited from conducive environment created for non-indigents to live peacefully and do business in Anambra. Joseph Ebocha has stated.
Alhaji Sadiq, who spoke at the town hall meeting to mark Governor Soludo's 1 year in office, also observed that development is going on in all parts of the state and commended the state government for rehabilitation of the failed Amansi portion of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. He noted that Anambra is lucky to have Soludo, an economist, as present helmsman, and called for support to enable the governor take Anambra to enviable heights.
I commend them for that. It's not only Amasi, you can see all over Anambra, development is going on. So I think it's commendable.
On the governor's achievements in the health sector within 1 year, the chief medical director of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University Teaching Hospital, the Amakwaka, Dr. Josephat Akabike, equally observed that Governor Soludo has taken steps to improve the sector, among other things, directing the employment of health workers in order to strengthen the existing manpower. He reaffirmed that the governor's 1 year in office has been impactful with solid foundation, urging him to sustain the tempo in policy implementation.
It is highly impactful. It has done marvelously well, and this can be taken as a very strong and powerful foundation. And I think we're sure some of the good things will be based on what happened within 1 year.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Awka Capital Territory Development Authority, Mr. O.C. Onuko, says the agency will arrest anybody, no matter how highly placed, flaunting the barricade order at Ikoka Market, Awka South Local Government Area. Mr. Onuko, who made this known while speaking to newsmen in Awka after it was gathered that most traders in the market have started disobeying the order. The ACDA boss, who was angry over the attitude of the traders, said that government has spent huge scarce resources in constructing the barricade to ensure smooth flow of both human and vehicular movements around the busy Ever Road. He regretted that when government started using iron hands on the traders, people would start blaming and condemning the actions and wonder why Ikoka traders would not obey a simple order. According to him, both in the Anambra at home and in the diaspora applauded the initiative when it was conceived and made it clear that henceforth, anybody found wanting in the market for any unruly behavior will be severely dealt with. The actor boss explained that it is only under a disciplined society that the lofty vision of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration will be achieved. He further warned that under his watch, all the communities that make up the capital territory must abide by the law, guarding it for a livable and prosperous homeland. A woman, Mrs. Chidema Amechi of Orifito, Ekusigo local government area of Anambra State, has delivered a quintuplet in Awka, Anambra State capital. The children, 3 boys and 2 girls, were delivered at Life International Hospital, Awka, through a cesarean section. Health correspondent Chubuzo Okoye completes the story.
Mrs. Amechi, who finished her National Youth Service Scheme in August last year and yet to be gainfully employed, said that she and her husband have searched for the fruit of the womb for the past 9 years, but to no avail, until God blessed them with the bundles of joy. The excited mother of 5 told the ABS that they have spent everything they have in search of babies and appealed to the Anambra State government, affluent individuals in the society, and different human-spirited organizations to come to their aid as they have lost everything in seeking for the fruit of the womb.
I'm feeling happy. I have in my mind is that God should perfect anything at all, that I'm ready to bear it. We almost lost everything where we are looking for baby.
The hospital pediatrician, Dr. Eshendu, said that the babies had respiratory issues after the delivery, but that they have stabilized them.
When they came out, they're preterms. So they had respiratory issues, which we have handled with some drugs. And we've given them surfactants to help their lungs. And as you can see, they are stable now.
A sister to the woman who delivered the quintuplet, Mrs. Ebere Oranehu, whose joy knew no bounds, thanked God for what he has done for her sister and appealed for assistance from all nooks and crannies of the state to help the family take care of the children. Mrs. Amechi gave the names of her children as Chiziterem, Chinemeze, Chinwotito, Chimamanda, and Chioma in Oka. This is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
When the news returns, tougher days ahead for Nigerians as national debt hits 46 trillion naira. Civil servants in South Africa accept new pay deal, end month-long industrial action. Here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
A peak protein breakfast gets you up to a great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes to his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a Peak Protein breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. The Debt Management Office on Thursday received that Nigeria's total public debt stock increased to 46.25 trillion naira or 103.11 billion naira in the fourth quarter of 2022. The latest figure has made members of the organized private sector and economists to predict that tougher days are ahead for Nigerians and firms. The national debt as of September 2022 was put at 44.6 trillion naira. According to the office, the new figure consists of the domestic and standard total debt stock of the federal government and the sub-national government, that is the 36 states of Nigeria, governments and the federal territory. The latest figure was disclosed in a statement by the Debt Management Office. The DMO stated that the cooperative or comparative figure of public debt as of December 31st, 2021 was 39.56 trillion naira or 95.77 billion naira. This means that the country's debt increased by 6.69 trillion naira or 7.34 billion naira within 1 year. Stating reason for the increase, the DMO said new borrowing by the FGN and the sub-national governments primarily to fund budget deficit and execute projects, and the issuance of promises notes to settle some liability also contributed to the growth in the debt sector. On the foreign scene, government workers in South Africa are to receive a pay rise, bringing to an end month of negotiation and industrial action. Report says the union representing almost a quarter of the million public servants, the Public Servants Association, has accepted the government offer of 7.5%. According to report, the pay will be implemented from 1st April. The PSA was initially pushing for a 10% pay increase at a time the economy was shrinking, although it is not all that they wanted, but they believe that the 7.5% will make much better economic sense to their members given the hardship they find themselves in. said Ruben Malaka, the acting Deputy Director General of the PSA. The section of the public servants went on strike early this month after wage talks with the government failed. In sport, Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka has added another feather to his art as he was on Friday named the Premier League EA Sport Player of the month of March. Saka's contribution to the success of the Gunners so far this season cannot be overemphasized, as he currently has 22 goals contribution in the 28 league appearances. The England star, who is in premium form, started the month with a goal and assist in Arsenal's 4-0 win against Everton and ended it with 3 goals involvements in Sunday's win over Crystal Palace, which saw him get on the score sheet twice to become the first player to reach double figures for the goals and assists in division this term. Celebrating Saka, the club on its website wrote, "It is our forward first divisional success of his career as he becomes the 22nd different player to win the prize in our color, the most of any other club in the league's history." Saka's skeleton form saw him coming out on top of the voting ahead of teammate Leandro Trossard, who laid on 5 assists during the month, as well as Newcastle United Alexander Isak, Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, Brighton and Hove Albino's Alex Mark Alistair and Trayvon Meg of Aston Villa. That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Anambra State Attorney General Dr. Okoli has tasked Directors of Account on delegation of duties to enhance productivity. Anambra State government has threatened to prosecute land encroachers. Tougher days ahead for Nigerians as national debt hits 46 trillion naira. And on the foreign scene, we told you civil servant in South Africa has accepted new pay deal, end month-long industrial action. Before we go, here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for being there. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.